Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. That's weird. StreamYard's being weird. On the top, it says live, and then it's got a little eyeball, and then it says 0. Oh, now it jumped up. Okay. So see now the little square I was telling you about, Jenny, that looks like a Wi-Fi signal that was up in StreamYard, that's gone now.
Huh.
So I'm just gonna put it out there. Weird earlier. So hi everybody. Thanks for joining. Do you guys have any special announcements or anything you want to put out there tonight?
If you want to book a reading with me, JennLynnTarot.com is open for scheduling. Got a few openings before I go to Sedona. May 18th, I leave for Sedona. First weekend of May, I'll be back on my channel with Jody Roberts first Monday in May for Sacred Sounds of Coffee. So that's a couple of weeks away. And a special apology to the lady I was reading for Friday that Lucy caught a mouse during her reading.
Lucy.
We had a little scurrying event going on because I've trained Lucy to jump in a plastic tote if I hold it, before she lets it go, and take them out on the back porch, take them out to the woods.
But Lucy's out hunting mice.
It created a little excitement during a personal reading Friday. It was so weird because they don't come out in the daytime usually, and but it had been storming all day and it was real dark, and she caught one in the middle of the day.
Good girl, Lucy. Good girl. What about you, Mr. Johnny? You have anything? Any announcements?
Not a thing.
Why?
I mean, next week will be on my channel. Oh, there's the Soul Chance next week too, on Sunday at 6:00.
Johnny was on Sienna Rose's channel yesterday with Strange Questions. That was fun. And Friday night on Tony from Shining Hawk Healing doing the non-political. That was fun.
Oh, that'll be on my channel next week too. So there's 3 things. So we'll have the Sunday thing, and then we'll have the Friday thing, and then we'll have the Soul Chat too.
And I have nothing because I have no life. Nothing to report. So that's me. So, but Johnny did send me a package, and I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Johnny. He sent me a whole packet of 6 different types of Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. I was going to say Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. And the hubbies got into one of the, and I'm telling you, I'm going to hide those boxes from them because they're going to be gone. I'm like, I had one damn cookie. And I went down there and the regular one, the original, the OG, it's got 3 cookies left. I'm like, what the hell? I'm going to hide it from him. He's not going to know where it went. So, but thank you for that, Johnny. That was very kind. So I have nothing. I have no life. I'll see how I'm feeling this week. Maybe do a grand tableau. I know I wanted to do one on Clarence Thomas, but he's kind of fell off the radar with all the other stuff that's come out. So I don't even know if it's worth it. I don't know. I'll talk to you about it, Jenny. You can give me some ideas. So, yep.
Someone's asking in chat how your role is Satan is going. She's Satan's apprentice.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
Have you had an interview yet? How did that go?
I haven't had an interview. Not yet. I'm hoping to get one soon.
Maybe we should look and see if you get one.
Yeah, let's look and see. Am I gonna get an interview? Because I'm telling you, I'm ready for the job. Ooh, Freda made barbecue chicken, macaroni salad, deviled eggs, cucumber and tomato salad, baked beans, corn on the cob, pound cake with strawberry. I'm coming to your house, Freda.
I'm moving in. What you mean?
I know. What is that?
I get you can't have it yet because you're still here. You're still on Earth.
Damn it.
You know, with your little mighty threesome here on Sunday nights. You know, so completion on the truth about what you do and everything and looking to your future. I get, you know, as long as you're sort of earthbound, you know, there's.
I'm screwed. I'm not getting the job.
That's a note. Like you can't get the interview till you're on the other side.
Damn it! Damn it! Just give me the special powers now.
I do get there might be an offer for work.
There you go. Oh, what stone are you wearing, Johnny? Is that a lapis lazuli?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Looks very
heavy too. It's a little mountain.
It's a mountain?
It's very heavy.
Oh, okay.
The angels may intercede on that.
No, I don't want the
job
angels.
Interview.
No, I want to be Satan in the flesh, so I can get rid of some people. So, with that, let's start with Monostat Trader Green Green, shall we?
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy. So. She was on trial Friday.
With apparent dementia. I don't recall.
Yep. And I saw something on Twitter from what's the name of that lawyer? She was the lawyer for Watergate. She's always on MSNBC. Is it Jill?
Yeah, the blonde. I forget her name.
Not Jill Wine. Is it Jill Winebanks?
Yeah, Winebanks
or something like that. I saw on her Twitter, she posted a comment on her Twitter saying that not recalling is just as bad as pleading the fifth, or perjury, because you're lying. You're purposefully lying to evade the question. And,
yeah, she seemed to think there was a good perjury case.
Yeah, she did. And she wasn't the only one that was saying. The other lady that comes on MSNBC, she's got a Southern accent. I forget her name.
The one from Alabama. I forget her name too. The dark
brown hair up to here. Yeah.
Dark hair.
Yeah. She was also saying that, you know, perjury and a few other Professor Lawrence Tribe was talking about perjury, you know, so it was interesting because it's like Marjorie Taylor Greene walked out of there thinking she just aced a test, and everybody else is going, this is bad. Like, so where should we start with her? Like,
will there be a perjury case against her? Let's start there.
Okay.
Since she didn't recall until they would, you know, put up videos of her showing her saying exactly what they were asking her about. She needs a cognitive test like Trump, you know, man, woman, child, camera, TV.
Now, something else to note that a lot of the legal talking heads were saying, that this was a civil case, and the only outcome of this case is for the judge to give it to the governor or whoever the heck over there in Georgia, for them to decide if they're going to take her off the ballot. So it's not the judge's decision. You know, he just holds that hearing, and then he reports everything to the dude up at the top in Georgia. That's my understanding from what I saw on Twitter and on the TV. Yeah, okay, here's CC. Georgia, oh crap. Georgia, dang it, I missed the comment. Georgia process for this hearing is as follows. Judge writes his findings and submits it to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who rules if she can be on the ballot for midterms. So yeah, it's like
So it's up to the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger.
Yeah, but this
Yeah, the
trial,
one that Trump tried to bribe.
yeah.
Ooh, I think she might get a indictment for perjury. Definitely an investigation on that, because running her mouth, I don't know, I get judgment, coming up with justice in the courts, being very naive about it. I get one count, transitioning into another case, Tower, and she's trapped, like they've got her on record. I get coming after her for lying under oath. She's got some changes coming.
I get no. 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups.
Yeah, I didn't ask if it's from this trial. Maybe it's from something else that comes
maybe
up.
from something else. Because I get
She's a walking lie, so
it's like there was. I have to say, because I'm petty. Well, not really petty. It's just whatever. It was nice to see her squirm, especially considering how egregious she is to hunt down survivors of gun violence and bully them.
Teenagers,
minors, just like harassing people, harassing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar, and all the minority women that are new in Congress. Well, they're sophomores now. I think she's a freshman, but it's like, for someone that loves to yap and bully, to see her squirm, I got some satisfaction out of that. Just a little. I get no that she's gonna. No, she's gonna be persistent in how she's received, and so I don't even know. Should we ask if she'll be on the ballot?
Let's ask if she'll be on the ballot. Will she be allowed to be on the ballot? She's got more court stuff coming up, though. I get that. She's got some kind of indictment coming.
Maybe it's Jan 6 related and not so much.
Yeah, there's something.
And I must say, when she won the seat that she's on now, she ran unopposed, and she only won. I think she only got like 23-something thousand votes.
So she was sicking people on her opponent, and like basically threatening their life by sicking people on her. What she did January 6th, sicking people on Congress.
That's how she ran unopposed.
Oh, and her stupid lawyer saying that she was afraid for her life January 6th. No, there's all kinds of pictures of her like, yay.
Yeah, and executive privilege. That one was nice.
Yeah.
That she had executive privilege, and the prosecutor was like, yeah, no. No.
For entertainment purposes only. I get a no, she gets blocked, burdened. I think they consider letting people vote her out, but I don't think she'll be on the ballot. I get like she gets some indictment, conversation with Trump, doing his bidding on something. She's sacrifice and judgment. I don't know what else is going to come out on her, but you're in trouble, girl.
It starts with a hangman, so there's some sort of there's still something in development here. I get the devil and the 9 of cups as well. So she's going to get what she wants in this in particular instance. But as far as her winning, I don't see that. But I get she's still on there. 6 of wands, 8 of wands. So.
I get the same thing. I get she's still there. There's a big financial interest or something. She's strong. She's stable. She's rooted. I don't see her getting off. There's independence and freedom, strong and deeply rooted.
She's got the Freedom Caucus behind her and
a lot of money too. Now, here's the thing though. I think I had seen something on Twitter a few weeks ago that the person that's running against her has outraised her by a crap ton of money. So maybe this has to do with her fundraising, that it's kind of just, it's her fundraising is growing. This is also growing funds here, you know, so there's power and interest behind her. Who it is, I don't know. But
because I get the devil, 9 of cups, there is something very still sinister behind her. But the woman running against her is appealing more to the traditional conservative, because, you know, she's the whole family values Jesus party person. And, you know, they're now saying, well, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been stripped of all her committees and all her responsibilities, and she's a bad look on us, and Republicans are not behind her. It's kind of like Dr. Oz type thing. So
yep.
She's going to have a hard time getting back in.
So on the Marjorie Taylor Greene fiasco, God, there's so much to just unpack with her. So how did she feel after her? Because, I mean, I saw a few clips here and there before she was supposed to be deposed Friday, and she straight up sounded like, I'm the first person they're doing this to. Like I couldn't tell if she was scared or, you know, or was she just, or just being mouthy, just trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. So can we see, like, how did she feel afterwards? Like, did she think she did a good job, or is she thinking, oh shit? You know,
she worried at all. She had a huge team with her. Like, you know, she had a few lawyers sitting with her, but there were a bunch more behind her, and Matt Gaetz was sitting back there, and she had a huge, powerful team with her.
I guess they figured, you know, the more I hire, the safer I'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence is evidence, homegirl.
I loved when she'd say, I don't recall. I didn't say that. Let's pull up this exhibit. Oh, wait. I said this. Ooh, she's shaking up a little bit.
Is that the other I shit my pants card?
Yeah, I think she might have needed some diapers.
Knowing her intelligence, she probably couldn't figure out how to put them on with directions.
I think she thought she does what she always does, and that she'll hang on. She thinks this will move rather rapidly. I think she's satisfied with how things went. That she's satisfied she'll be offered to be on the ballot. Yeah, she's just pushing forward. She did lie.
So you get that she feels good about her performance?
She's shaken up a little bit, but she feels good about her performance. And that's all it was. Performance art.
Again, she's very... The 3 of Swords first card. Now this is not... 9 of Swords is more anxious, but that's the thing that I give. She's very unsettled. Because I get the 3 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups would be, you know, that unsatisfied. So there's a very anxious energy right now. The Seven of Cups, she's not. Seven of Cups is one of the things that can make you feel very anxious because it's confusing. Too many choices, there's too much to look at. It's like, okay, now I'm frazzled, I don't know what to do. And it's all centered around her celebrity. And so she figured she had a very bad showing, which of course, anybody with eyeballs can come up with the same thing. It has something to do with her position too. So with the Hierophant. So she's very unsettled. She's shaken. Not stirred, but she's shaken.
She's shaken.
Yes.
I get she's shaken too. I get a very passionate and strong bully that lies. But I asked how she feels. Trouble. Very troubled. And maybe, when she's, I don't recall, and they're showing her video after video after video, maybe somewhere in that one brain cell she has left in her head, maybe for that split second, she thought, well, oh shit, here's the consequences of my mouth coming back to bite me in a court of law. You know what I mean? Like, for the whole world to see. Maybe. So can we ask that? Did she learn to control her mouth? Yeah. I mean, they presented, like, when they asked her, have you ever called Nancy Pelosi a tyrant? No, I never said that. And then, okay, roll clip, blah, blah, blah. And she's, okay, now.
Oh, wait.
Okay, now, that's because her duty to protect the border, like.
But the question was, did you ever? Not why did you say it?
Yep. So I'm wondering if she learned to, hey, set your pie hole,
So what's the question we're asking?
We're asking, did she learn to that her words have consequences?
Was she trying to show restraint?
Yeah, was she trying to show restraint?
My strength card fell out. That is the card of restraint. That's interesting. Okay. Eight of Wands would be your communication card, and on this one it says resist. So I'm gonna say, yeah, she was trying. It starts with the star. She was definitely trying because she was in the center of attention. Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Both of these cards are cards of discipline. So yes, she was trying. Knight of Cups, so that she wasn't so showy. She definitely was trying. Now, the deeper message to this is, if you know this about yourself, change this about yourself, because you have a tendency to say stupid stuff. Stop saying it.
But Johnny, nobody's ever, like I said, I do not condone violence, but that's one woman right there that somebody just needs to pop her in the damn mouth one time and knock a couple damn teeth out. And maybe then she'll get it through her head to not bully people or sick people on other people to physically hurt somebody else.
I got busy that day, so I didn't see the ending. Are they through with the testifying, or is there more Monday?
I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I'm getting there's unfinished work here, so like maybe moving forward, and she's reflecting. Dark Night of the Soul. She's reflecting about what she did, feeling burdened. But I get, yes, she learned. That's my new learning opportunity. Yes. And she's learning to not always accept everything, to hold her words a little closer to her chest, protect her image, so to speak. So yeah, she's learning to block a little bit of her emotions, to temper her emotions. So she's waiting on him to show evidence before she gives anything up.
There's a person here in the comments. Oh crap, I missed it. Is it Sharon Ann says, I'd like to see Marjorie Taylor Greene take on Mike Tyson. And it reminds me of that movie where all the stupid drunk guys are going to the wedding. It's a stupid movie. And
The Hangover.
The Hangover, and they steal Mike Tyson's tiger, and Mike Tyson's singing, and he just clocks that guy in the head and go boom. Like, yeah, do that. Said I'm not condoning violence, but that one right there. I get woman, cross, and key. Did she learn? Yeah. She's learning that discipline, that there will be suffering and pain. However, this right here kind of softens the cross a little bit. So it's kind of like, yeah, that was uncomfortable. Yeah, that really sucked. Give me a week, I'll go back to my old behaviors. Like, you know what I mean? But now she's well aware of the consequences and how she can be punished and hurt and made to suffer. But I with that key there, she'll still keep doing it. So on with the Marjorie Taylor Greene stuff, why was Matt Gaetz there? Is he her only friend?
Be a friend, a lover. You know, they like to travel together, raising funds. Like what's going on there with her and Matt?
I saw when I was watching little bits and pieces on YouTube, and one of the comments was saying that she had an affair with somebody at her gym. Was that ever confirmed that she had an affair with somebody at the gym on her husband?
I think so, because it was a while back. Pictures of her with them and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not going to say he had a bulletproof vest on, because that is all, from my knowledge, that's all hearsay. I haven't seen anything that has confirmed that he was indeed wearing a bulletproof vest. So I'm not.
Who, Matt Gaetz?
Yeah, everybody's speculating that he was wearing a bulletproof vest, because there was something, like the way that he was sitting in his suit, there was something in the back that looked weird. So everybody's speculating that he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Until that is confirmed, I'm not jumping on that.
Why would he be wearing one?
In a courthouse. I don't know.
Well, maybe because he's a alleged pedo down in southern Georgia, down in the South.
Maybe he's turning into a turtle. If he had a shell on, he's going to be Turtle Junior.
Mm-hmm. So why was Matt Gaetz at the hearing?
Ooh. Matt, you just got married not long ago.
Ew, with her?
No, he got married with.
I know what you're talking about, but I can see what you're putting down, and I'm like,
I'm putting down that I start with my card for loving the lovers.
They're doing the nasty.
There's definitely a friendship there, but they could be party buddies. I bet you anything he wears the female lingerie like Madison Cawthorn, though, because she's so.
But she's so much older than him. They have to be at least, not yet of legal age for him to show any interest.
Ooh, my pendulum says yes. Wow. I'm going to leave that there.
I did not get an answer.
You don't? There?
It told me a whole different thing. I got Page of Wands and Knight of Swords. So Matt Gaetz in erratic messaging. So he's about to either tweet something, because this is real fast, either tweet something or some little, he's going to say something. This is coming from him. It's not just the story. He is trying to shed light on something that, because I get the sun too, something that looks like it has the stench of impropriety, like this is not something he's supposed to do. So maybe he's like clarifying some sort of little mission or little check or something that he's getting. He may be getting it from her. I don't know why she would be paying him or paying into his, maybe a campaign. I don't know when he's up for re-election. Whatever it is, she's giving him money of some sort. There's burdens and favors, not just burdens, but favors that he may have to make a statement on. There's also something that was supposed to be separate apart from that is supposed to be secret, not secret, but I want to say secret. 8 of Swords is supposed to be within the group type of thing. It's coming out and it will be in the media too. It is going to be a cause for damage control. So I guess we'll have a story for next week too. But that's all I get.
I get that he was there because she's going to be suffering and under a lot of shit for a very long time persistently. But it's stuff she keeps doing to herself. So, because it's suffering and then significant and then persistent. So it's like he's there for support because she's been whatever.
He's going to cry a river for.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Then dunk her in it.
What's that?
Say cry a river for her and then dunk her in it.
Yeah. Seriously.
Call it a baptism. Just hold her down for extra.
Yeah. Make sure
Watch
to
how quick she drops him when he gets brought up on charges.
Yeah. I don't recall ever talking to him. I don't recall.
I don't know who that is.
I don't recall. He was not a good friend. So on to the next pile of crap. Kevin McCarthy.
I can't wait for that book's not coming out till like May 5th, and they have more tapes.
I know, and it's like, dude, I know that there's going to be a ridiculous wait at the library for when that book comes out. So I'm thinking about just ordering it on my Kindle because that's going to be some juicy hot gossip right there.
I love them saying, him telling the New York Times, I didn't say that. That's all a lie. And then boom, video or audio.
And then they said too, they're like, oh, we have plenty more where that came from. And I have so many questions on this whole situation because everybody was pointing the finger at Liz Cheney and her spokespeople and her came out and they're like, that wasn't me. So it just made me think
they didn't leak it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like I was thinking about everything. I'm like, oh my God, think about the state of the Republican Party where everybody's recording everybody because you want to cover your own ass for when somebody breaks the law,
So here's my first question. Did she present that audio to the January 6th committee?
Did Liz Cheney present the audio? Let me do it one question at a time.
Yeah, and then my question would be, did somebody from the January 6th committee leak it? Did she present that audio, that recording? Because it is her on the other end of the phone. And I'm like if I were a Republican, I'd be thinking back like, ooh, when did I talk to Liz Cheney? She's recording phone calls.
Yeah, but they're saying it wasn't her, that she didn't record it and she didn't leak it. So the question, and it was the committee, not committee people, but like the leadership, so it's like, who else, so that, okay. So did she present
that audio to the January 6th committee?
Okay.
Because he's been very adamant about all these Republicans that supported Trump. I think it's very smart of her to record these idiots. And then later, Kevin, remember when you were trying to get me knocked out of the Republican Party? She's got more receipts. She's got a bunch.
Linda, I don't think Kevin McCarthy is going to get leadership, dude. He's made way too many enemies.
Yeah, she's been watching Republicans for a long time, because the devil's in the details, so to speak, for a long time. Bam, yes, she did present something to the committee, trying to show the imbalance, and also emotions, how they were running, that there was support, for the impeachment and stuff, and then everything changed. The betrayals and the lies. She's got receipts on a bunch of them.
For
I
somebody,
get. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Donnie. There was a person in the chat that was saying that the rumor is Stefanik, and that's the first thing I thought when I heard all this stuff. When Liz Cheney was like, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it," and then I looked and I was like, "I guarantee you that was freaking Stefanik or somebody that has their own ambitions that will bend any which way and say whatever the heck needs to be said while keeping their hands clean to make everybody else look bad, as if the whole world would forget how you flipped on a dime to kiss Trump's behind."
But Stefanik didn't on that committee,
She wasn't on the committee and she wasn't there for that meeting specifically. But the reason I was thinking about her was because how she was weaseling after McCarthy kicked Liz Cheney out. You know what I mean?
To get the job. Mm-hmm. But how would she get the recording?
I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry, Johnny. I didn't mean to.
I get no with the 9 of Swords first card. 8 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. So there's the ousting on the messaging. I think somebody recorded it. This may have shot in the dark. 6 of Wands may have been to set somebody up. Maybe try to get leverage on someone, saying, "Hey, we're in the elevator together. Hey, do this for me. I got a recording of you," type thing. But no, I get she didn't do it.
I get she didn't do it either. I get Man Tower and Bouquet.
She didn't do it as far as leaking it?
She didn't do it, and the committee doesn't know about it. Didn't know about it. This is all new. It's a gift. There's a man here in an institution, and then there's a gift. So I don't know if this would be like a Jamie Raskin or I don't know who this man is. I couldn't tell you. But the committee itself, that branch of government, had no idea. This was a gift and an offering to them. So it's like, whoa, what was that? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it was a pleasant surprise.
That would mean, like, if they're sitting in their offices, that somebody wiretapped them.
Not necessarily.
Somebody took a recording device. I just think that maybe they were trying to get leverage on somebody else in the room, and because you can buy ink pens and just sit them right there, and they can record the whole thing.
I mean, if you illegally wiretap somebody, then your ass is in trouble. What I think happened was they were all in a meeting. Somebody took their phone or their iPhone or whatever personal phone and just hit record and just started recording the whole damn thing.
I mean, it was a phone call.
Yeah, it was a phone call. But if you're on your work desk phone number, you still have your personal phone over here that you can just be like, put it on speaker and record. I don't think it went as far as wiretapping, because you would have to get, a judge to sign off on that. And if you don't, then your ass is in trouble. You know what I mean?
But if it's somebody recording, like you'd have to be on the phone call. You'd have to hear both sides, because you hear both of them on the call. You'd either have to be one of their aides that's on the call or.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's interesting. So, I mean, I think Kevin McCarthy, can we check to see how he's feeling? Because it's like, you can't, because he's over there sucking up to the Freedom Caucus, the crazies, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz and all the crazies over on that side, while trying to curry favor with the normal Republicans on this side. And then those tapes leak out, and he's talking about wishing that Twitter would ban the crazies from on his own party. See what I'm saying? Like, he got caught playing both sides. So, and he's not very politically savvy either at all.
Yeah, I want to reiterate what somebody just said in the comments. In some states, it is illegal to record someone on a phone call without their knowledge, but not in every state. So I don't know about DC or
I don't know about DC either, but that just,
okay, you can't. It's not illegal to record, but you still have to tell them. that you're recording, because they can still opt out of the conversation.
Yep.
That's like when you call your phone company or whoever. This call may be recorded for training purposes, but you can still say, "Hey, I don't want to take part in a recording." Also, whatever it is that you recorded without this person's knowledge, you're more than likely not going to be able to use it in court. So if you're trying to gain leverage, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah, there are some states though that you can record without the.
Now, if you're trying to just gain blackmail, go right ahead.
Or if you're trying to destroy someone's political career, or not political career, but where they stand with the levers of power in your own party, like you're trying to undermine them in one way, shape, or form, then that's the perfect way to do it, because you're not looking to go to court and use it as evidence. You're just trying to out the person as a liar, So how is McCarthy feeling about the leaked tapes?
There's the messaging. Page of Wands right there. And then I get 8 of Swords, powerless, restricted. And there's the Tower, upheaval, destruction. There's the Moon, confusion, illusions. The 8 of Cups, abandonment. And then the 10 of Wands, burden. So he got no good cards whatsoever. But I mean, the scuttlebutt on the street from the Republicans that I have, been able to actually listen to, he is not the fan favorite. He will never be House Speaker. They're not in support of him. He might as well just go and start a whole new party with Dr. Oz, because it's that kind of thing. He's never going to be House Speaker, is what they say.
I mean, look at when he when they were just trying to do the January 6th committee. If he would have just been a normal, reasonable person, we wouldn't be where we are today with the whole situation. And then he went and lobbied Mcconnell to go along with his stuff, and then it all blew up in his face, and now you're in a worse position.
Yeah, I get there's a lot of sunlight on this. There's a lot of illumination. Strong phone call with him lying about it later, about his partnership with Trump, and saying, like he's done, he's complete, with Trump. I do get that he thinks he's still secure because he's that arrogant. He's like turning his back on it, thinks he'll get away with it. Just kind of watching out for what he does. But I think he thinks he's secure. He's going to go on a thing about the migrants now, like going down to the border and trying to shift the focus. Moving on to something else.
One trick pony. Anytime a problem comes up, manufacture.
Let's go to the border.
Manufacture those caravans. I get that. He is pissed. He's pissed, and his anger grows when, in regards to powerful enemies here. And he's also pissed that he may be blocked and obstructed somehow. So I get ultimately that he's very angry, and the anger grows. Serves you right, jackass. Serves you right. So another question about McCarthy, now that you're talking about it, the border. Is he supposed to go down to the border?
Yeah, he's supposedly taken like 8 Republicans with him to do a big hoopla down there. Because, that's the number one thing they do to deflect is talk about immigration.
Meanwhile, you got Hot Wheels over there backing up the border. So America's losing millions of dollars a day. And letting
billions.
Billions. Sorry, billions with a B. Food rot in a truck and let us pick up the bill. But, hey. So why is he going down to the border?
Because the border was there last year. It was there 2 days ago.
It was there last year before the fan.
Well, why not?
Hey, and why do you have to go down there when Trump built his beautiful see-through wall that you can see through it? Like, why? You told us it was built, so why are you making a trip if it's so big and beautiful and powerful? These fucking dumbasses, man. I swear to God. It's like they really think their constituents are that goddamn stupid. So why did he go down to the border?
It's deflection. He's got some anxiety here. It's like I got to change my image now because I was betraying everything, and I got to go after something else I'm passionate about, and bully back against this. So he's going to act like the government isn't doing anything at the border, that everything's kind of suspended. He's going to try to manipulate the narrative. He's going to try to shine a light on other Republicans also, so probably other Republicans up for election, and just talk about how dissatisfied he is with the state of America. Like I'm watching everything that's going on.
I get the devil first card naturally. 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. He's worried about his job. He feels separated from not just his job, but his income too, like donors and things with the Ace of Pentacles. But this is for show. 4 of Swords. He's not going to do anything. So it's not, he ain't picking up a shovel and building no wall. So it's for show. Queen of Swords, manipulations too.
Ship Cloud. His journey, he's going because he's uncertain about his power, and the majority will be blocked. So he's going on his trip because he's uncertain that he's going to have the power and the majority, or also the power with the freedom, the independent, and it will be blocked and delayed. Also, another thing, and I know what the question was, but I see it here anyways. I can see where it applies. Transfer, uncertain here, problematic, chaotic. Money, finances, transactions, shopping, blocked and delayed. This applies also to the stunt that Greg Abbott is doing. Clouds, where's he going to the border? In Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is a man, King of Clubs. This is a man, King of Diamonds. You got 2 men here. I don't know how many people he's going with, but it's. I see 2 things here. He's worried and uncertain about the party, the many that to gain power, the freedom people, and him getting blocked. But there's also something here with trade that is blocked as well, and it's
trying
causing
to screw up the trade and the supply chain.
The finances, shopping, and money. So huge money blocked and delayed here. Big problems. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I see 2 things in this reading. So maybe 2 motivations, even though Greg Abbott is digging himself a hole, and Texas and the rest of the country a hole. But it's like, it's almost like he takes it as an opportunity. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
why is it, and pardon my ignorance, but Abbott and all these people, why don't they go to Mexico instead of just the border? Like, go to the leadership, sit down at a table, say, hey, what can we do? How can we fix this together?
Because that would actually resolve the problem, and then you wouldn't have theater. I mean, so, okay, Kevin McCarthy. Did the House call him, the 1-6 committee call him in now? Did they call him in now to go, since these tapes were released?
I don't think so. I ain't heard anyway.
I haven't heard anything either. Did you, Jenny?
I haven't heard anything, but let's ask, will they call him in?
Okay.
Look at the major arcana coming out. I get no because they've already got what they need from him. They've got the recording. It's like, the recording, the call. It's like he's corrupt. This call was in secret. He's already got the tower on him. That changes everything. So they just hang on to the call. They've got everything they need to know about security. So, celebrations on that. But I get a no that they won't call him in because they don't know who shared the information, who shared the call. I do get they move forward on some others that are involved for a while.
I get there's an invitation extended with the Page of Pentacles and the Judgment, but as far as him going in, I think he'll pull a Steve Bannon and try to, push their hand and see what it is they're going to do. But I do get some sort of invitation is extended.
Didn't they do that to Jim Jordan too, Johnny? Didn't they call him and he was like,
Mm-hmm.
I have everything on the record you need to know about me. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get no. They already know. There's the majority. This could also be freedom because it has to do with independence, fighting, arguing, something physical, the abuse, and then there's the knowledge. They know. They know. And it's these people here. So Kevin McCarthy, no, but these people, Freedom Caucus, Independent Caucus, whatever the hell they are, they know about them. So, So, what else can we ask about McCarthy? Oh, he brought up Mcconnell. That book brings up Mcconnell, that McConnell thought the Democrats would take care of, quote, that son of a bitch.
Yeah. So, are there more tapes of McCarthy that are good? Because they claim they have a whole bunch of tapes. So any Republicans that say, I didn't say that to any articles in the New York Times better be careful because they're going to produce a tape of you saying it.
I mean, it's just like Johnny says, no, I didn't. 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 Here's a recording.
Oh, wait.
Radio silence. Radio silence at all. I mean, I'm surprised at this point that they didn't say that was a doctored phone call. That really wasn't me. That's fake news. I'm surprised he didn't go there at this point, but.
So, will there be any more damning tapes of Kevin? We know they have more tapes, but will there be any more damning tapes for Kevin McCarthy of Kevin McCarthy? Yeah, they said McConnell was going to vote for impeachment. Changed his mind once that came up to a vote. Supposedly 17 Republicans were going to vote yes, so they'd have enough votes to impeach him. I get something else about security. It's only a matter of time before it comes out too, but I get a yes. Like lies about someone he worked with and shared information with, that he had agreements with, lies that went on a long time. It's going to burden him. And I get like corruption blocking like security. The deaths around the riot and stuff. How long it took, for the police and the National Guard and everything to get in there. And something to do with the strength in the White House. So knowing that this direction was coming, that the White House was watching, that this direction was coming from the White House, like he knew something about that.
And remember, we still don't know. The public doesn't. I don't know if the committee does and just hasn't released it. They still don't know who took away Mike Pence's access with his cat card. They still don't know who took out the alarms from offices.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like there was somebody on the inside in a coordinated effort.
There's something with security there that Kevin was aware of, that they've got him on record, on tape, discussing.
And yeah, I get the exact same thing. There is the Knight of Swords and the Emperor, and there's some sort of abuse of power here. Interestingly enough, the Emperor would be the Trump in this deck with the dirty flag and the whole thing. So that, very apropos. But yes, there's abuse of power there. The Six of Pentacles and the Star. That's where I get the power from for his. He was giving something to someone with the Six of Pentacles. That's the part that is on recording, or at the very least has a record of, in his position. But it has something to do with his position. He was giving something to someone, so it was abuse of his position. Something they either shouldn't have or were not cleared to have. But there was also blocking of security, Two of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles too. So there's not just blocking of security, but like blocking of like police, people who are supposed to be at a certain spot at a certain time. So it's blocking of that, because I get the Eight of Swords too. So there's a restriction of that type of thing. There's also, for entertainment purposes only, there's a targeting of Nancy Pelosi here too, with the Five of Swords, the Bully card, and then the Queen of Wands. So yes, there is some detail about it, but answer is yes.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
I got a question after you go, Becca.
I love my horns too. I wish they were permanent though and real, and they came with superpowers.
And a bifurcated tail.
Be a pain in the butt to get in and out of the car, though.
I'll figure it out. So I asked about not Kevin McCarthy. I said my question was, will the tapes reveal more damning information for Republicans? And I get a yes around a woman that changes loyalties, or a woman that was supporting the insurrectionist here, because this has to do with change and something on top. So overthrowing something and the loyalist here. If you want to get technical, this is also a woman. This is the Queen of Hearts. So maybe two women. I'm not sure, it's a short spread, but I'm getting yes with mostly a woman. So I don't know who that would be. So
the Queen of Pentacles was my last card.
So you got a woman too?
I got a question on two people, Kevin McCarthy and Mcconnell, because they both were in support of the impeachment. They were going to vote for it. They wanted Trump to go. So what happened?
Well, the tape that was released, he was saying that he was going to talk to Trump and tell him to resign.
Right. So what happened with Kevin? And then let's look at what happened with McConnell. What happened with Kevin? Why did he change?
So why did he not follow through with asking Trump to resign?
Mm-hmm.
And they also talked about the 25th Amendment too. And in those phone calls, they were saying that they had the votes. They had the votes to convict him in the Senate, and they had the votes to 25th his ass. And then all of a sudden, poof.
And Mcconnell said in that book they had 17 Republicans that were going to vote for impeachment, so they would have the majority.
So here's something interesting, because I didn't know that. And everyone who read on Trump in office saw him leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why. Because everybody wanted him gone, literally. And this is why also we say energy changes. Something happened, and now the reading is not the same anymore. But when everybody kept pulling cards and you're getting your 8 of cups and your 8 of whatever, and he's gone and he's leaving, he's gone and he's leaving, that's because everybody around him was putting that kind of energy out there. So it's interesting to know what everybody was picking up on this whole time.
So what happened with Kevin? Why the shift? Ooh, I get secret Republican meetings. He's doing a little dance, trying to keep his balance, temperance, trying to keep his mouth shut, but feeling very anxious after the insurrection. I get he's paid off. Cover this up. Working together with dark money, corruption, secret meetings with Republicans, how to get away with this, in the White House, staying on messaging, transition, trying to transition to show strength in America. Paid off.
I get the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles, first 2 cards. So there's some sort of agreement here, and there's an agreement. It's on paper, but this is, it's not on paper. It's not like you can go and pull it out of a file cabinet type thing. There's an agreement though, but this is for money, but this is also for the agreement started for something else. Like take, for instance, I'm not saying this is what it is, but say for instance, you take Russian money in your campaign, so you're our puppet. So whatever we want you to do, you're just going to do. So it's not that I paid you for this specifically, but I've paid you before for whatever else I want, going forward. So there's an agreement there, Page of Pentacles. 7 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. There's a scheme. Something is very sneaky about this. The Knight of Swords, there is also some sort of chivalry, like you're supposed to save the day type thing. They did not want him to be impeached, as in I voted for your removal, because that goes back on your agreement. Because I put this person in place, you protect them. I paid you, remember. So they wanted him to resign, which would be my America card here in the tower. So this sudden quit type thing instead of this long process. It ends in the 8 of Cups. So he moved away from that idea, but he was convinced. And so whatever they seeded earlier on, that's what convinced him.
Man, book, sun, storks, house. Why did he back out of it? Because he knew that there would be a successful overturn or change in his caucus in the House.
Now,
that's what I read. That he backed out because he knew that it would be over, like, I wouldn't say revolt because I don't have whip, but you know what I'm saying, like a insurrection in the House. You know what I'm saying? From the crazies.
Because the Republicans wouldn't go for that. If our leadership is trying to take out our president type thing.
Yeah.
So why did McConnell change his mind? Because McConnell, he doesn't have as many crazies in the Senate. He's got a few like Hawley and stuff and Cruz, but he doesn't have as many in the Senate. And he, according to that book, there were 17 votes in the Senate for impeachment, including McConnell. So why did McConnell change? You could have got rid of him. You wouldn't be dealing with him today, but no, something changed. What changed, Mitch?
Keep the poison. So for him, I get literal payoff. The Ace of Swords and the Ten of Wands is how it starts. And interestingly enough, that like he may have wanted to do one thing, but something's like really like sucking him into the abyss type thing as well with the Ten of Wands. He's burdened by his alliances as well. The King of Wands and the Hermit, he is not in charge. Somebody else is. He's just a figurehead. The Knight of Cups and the Hangman's where I get that. The Six of Pentacles in the environment, there's the literal payoff. But there's also, as I always say, the Six of Pentacles, everybody in the card is not giving. There's also people begging and submitting. So there is a relationship there. Ends in the Hierophant and the Six of Wands. He did his duty. This is possibly why McConnell and all the people gathered around the campfire to try to convince Donald Trump to bruise his own ego, which, yeah, that was never going to happen.
Yeah, I get money and power. Like in all this chaos, you know, the people he was working with and the Republican parties trying to maintain his power as the minority leader. But I get he's also worried about losing power in the justice system. Like he wasn't finished in the justice system. I feel like worried about losing judges and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. I get turning his back on all of this, knowing that investigations would come forward. But I get big payoffs also, and just waiting for justice to move in. But he's trying to hang on to power. Somebody talked to him and pushed him to change his mind.
I get that he had some sort of a secret agreement to work with someone, an agreement to work on a project, an agreement to work in secret, a relationship that is sneaky, that is being kept secret. And then there's your reputational damage, career damage, career like gets cut off. Here, this would be like the separation, the conviction of Trump to remove him. Do you see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
it
to
cuts
cut him
out.
out.
But I asked why did McConnell change his opinion on convicting? He didn't want to cause himself reputational damage, and there's some sort of a secret agreement here that they were working on, and an agreement here. This is also strategy with Fox. So there's an agreement to manipulate and strategize a project, and then their reputation here, and then the rupture. So it's almost like being Weasley with the Fox to let somebody else handle your dirty work so your hands are clean. But it's also like there's some sort of a contract or an agreement that he's working on in secret, and he would like to keep this private and doesn't want this coming out this way.
I have a question.
I don't know what that is. Yes, Johnny.
Did they talk to Pence about this? Yes or no? And if so, how did he feel about it?
Did you talk to Pence about what?
About Trump resigning.
Oh, okay.
Because what was interesting is it came out also that Grassley was supposed to take over Pence's job in the Electoral College things as the president of the Senate or whatever, because they were hoping Pence would go away in the Secret Service car and not come back. So Grassley was going to take over, which he would have allowed the fake electors probably.
And also I don't think Pence knew, because in the phone calls that are recorded, Johnny, Kevin McCarthy explicitly tells the people on the phone that they were worried about Trump resigning and then Pence pardoning him. So
yeah, because they knew the impeachment wouldn't happen till after Trump was out.
Yeah. So are we still going to ask? Yeah, let's ask. Did Pence know that they were trying to get Trump to resign? So that was the strategy too, Jenny, was to get Mike Pence out of the office and let Grassley come in and take Pence's spot and do the fake electors and
out of the Capitol, because they blocked Pence from his office. His key card was changed, so he couldn't get into his office. He goes down to that loading dock area with the Secret Service, and Pence wouldn't get in the car with them, like he knew he wouldn't come back.
Because he was trying to create panic, like, oh, you can't get in here, so let's just get him out of here altogether.
Which last week or week before, I kept getting something about Secret Service is going to come out, that dirty Secret Service things going on.
I mean, it's interesting because when he was, it's either when they were running or when he just got in, I forget. But Rachel was interviewing somebody that Pence's plane skated off the runway twice.
What? When he was in office, when he was
I think it was not in office. I think is when they were running, I believe. Whoever was telling Rachel that, I forget who it was though, but it was like one of the reporters or something that covered it at the time, that his plane skated off the runway twice.
Huh.
2 different occasions, I should say.
Huh. Interesting.
That's what she said.
I get Pence is around for it all. I get that he knew and was burdened that they were going to try to get him to resign, get him to go lay down. He also, I get, was around in the whole circle of support for the insurrection. He tries to act like he didn't know. He tries to cover that up, but yeah, he knew. He had agreements.
Well, I pulled one card for yes, no. I got justice. That would be my yes. And then I pulled a spread to see how did he feel about it. I get 4 swords, 5 of swords. And then the 7 of wands, 8 of wands. I believe, yes, he knew, but there was a different story they may have told him. Five
Two
of
different
Wands and
stories.
Temperance. Mm-hmm.
Keep him in the dark.
There was. I mean, he was. I figured that okay, we're going to try to get him to quit, and this and this, and we're going to secure you in and get you another term, and like there was a whole big old story about this. Not so much that we're going to try to get him to quit, and if it doesn't work, then we're going to overthrow the country type thing. But there's some sort of different story he was told, but I believe he knew.
I get he didn't. They kept him in the dark. Election, secrets, and then suffering here. So he might have been partial to some of the stuff because remember they were trying to get Pence to overturn it himself. Because this is double, and these are projects. So it's almost like there was two different or multiple ways that this thing could have gone. He wasn't privy to all of it. He only had knowledge of part of it here with Crossroads. So
thank you, Joanne. So let's ask, was Chuck Grassley going to block Biden from being certified? They're all a bunch of cowards. Was Grassley going to stop Biden from being certified? Was that his plan?
Yes, there is a withholding for Pentacles first thing. Page of Cups. Yes. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, but it was meant to happen the way it was supposed to play out. Like I said, Pence can't get in here, can't get in there, so he's not secure. So you have to secure the vice president, therefore get him out of here altogether. And that was the plan, but the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, something kind of went off balance in that plan. And then the Death and the Nine of Cups, it didn't really happen. It was a fantasy. Something changed majorly, and that would be Pence's involvement, because this was supposed to be a surprise. But,
Yeah, I get secrets and mysteries, winning at all costs by blocking Biden, protecting his own standings here, and do it quickly, do it swiftly. Yeah, I get he had an agreement to do that and move forward the judgments, for the king he served, and then cover it up. And to your point, the next surprise.
I get yes, man. The results would have been independent. You would have just made that shit up. Oh yeah. If these are like the paperwork, the results, the documents, letters, mail, all of that. Oh yeah, we have it here in abundance. Yeah, it's independent, it's abundant. Yeah, he yes. Yes. I can't. So I have a question. Jamie, I think I saw it on Twitter, or you sent it to me, Jenny. I can't remember that. I guess Jamie Raskin was on the news saying that when they do start the public hearings and they start putting out the information to America, it's going to blow the lid off of everything. Like it's stuff that we don't even.
Yeah, things that haven't even been alleged yet, that we haven't even
been
heard
alleged
about.
That they haven't talked about, that the media hasn't talked about. Can we try to see what it is that they have, like that's so big, that it's like, can we do that?
What's going to be the biggest surprise? My sun card just fell out. That's illumination. So Don Jr. hasn't testified yet. The best is yet to come. Come on out, Major Arcana. It's about something that was blocked, and how they were going to block Trump, and try to keep, or block Biden and try to keep Trump in the White House, try to keep the majority in the government. That's what I'm getting. Secret plans, ultimate agenda, secret hidden agenda, and some contract to burden. I want to say there's some contracts to do some hits. I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
This is America's Pluto return. This is supposed to be where all the gunk is coming out, so it makes sense that this is all about to fall in line.
Which I say, come on, Pluto.
I'll second that. I got the Knight of Swords, which would be attacking, the Emperor, and the Eight of Swords, which would be a contract for me. So that's there you go for that. Which would go kind of in line with the insurrection. So, there were people who were targeted. So there's that. But I get the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords with the Judgment. So there is some companies involved here too. But at the very least, some people in it that may have, not that they have a direct tie to the insurrection, but why is it that your name comes up? And so there's going to be something about, there's either some executives in those companies or something like that. But these are big companies, household names. It's not Walmart or Target or nothing, but household names like a Enron or something like that. Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups. There was also an agreement for the exit. So I think this thing with Mike Pence is not just Mike Pence, but it could be anyone in those chambers who were trying to escape. There's going to be something about that, how that was orchestrated as well. And the Eight of Wands, the Emperor, Eight of Swords. There's also some agreements with foreign leaders or foreign people who are supposed to be adversaries. Because the reason the Eight of Swords is there is because of the justice. So this is something binding. So this is something either legal or illegal, I should say, that people here domestically were cooperating with people foreign. The Devil is here, of course, naturally, and the Seven of Pentacles being the word of warning. So this is also investments. This is mechanical in nature. So this probably explains the panic buttons and all that type of stuff too. Four of Swords and the Nine of Wands is how it ends. So there was some sort of plan that was scrapped to do this again. I think this also comes out. I don't know as far as again goes, like maybe inauguration day or something of that nature, but there was a plan that was scrapped to do it again.
That's what, thank you, Linda. AOC keeps saying, like, this was a trial run. Like, they're going to try this again.
I pulled a double line of 5. The top line is tree, woman, bear, stars, and fish. So a very solid woman that's a powerful celebrity and very independent. Another way to read that as well is the health of a woman who's very powerful, a big bully. Also can be some type of an executive. And she's really good at spreading and making a lot of money. There's a serious
spreading what?
Yeah.
Her legs.
Well, you know, it's with the stars there too. That's maps, GPS signals, maps, computers, websites, technology, that sort of thing. So there's that, but this person is some sort of a celebrity, very powerful, can be a bully because she's got bear there, and also an executive, also, and could be an entrepreneur because fish is there too. There's a loss, but it's a very painful loss, but they're very passionate about changing and achieving something new. And as the early stages, I'm going stars, spreads, and metastasizes. It kind of goes like this. But I'm erring on the side of caution about the pipe bombs because I don't have tower here, and tower would tell me tall buildings or large buildings that's not a residence. Any building that's not a residence. So I'm going to be cautious and saying, oh, they're the pipe bomber. You know what I mean? Because I don't see a building here. There's a change and improvement to money and business, but also there's something here as well that could be financial and business-wise for something health-related and illnesses. So something here somehow, I don't know if this is COVID or what, because it's tree, bear, and fish. So growing money, but also money and resources and business for something that's health-related. That's a serious illness.
So they may have some information about money they made off COVID.
Yeah, but I don't know how that goes into January 6th. Because the question was, what's going to be the most surprising thing that we find out about the committee?
May have had deals that they offered to help people make money so that they could fund the insurrection.
Yeah, I guess, because I mean, it's like
here, let me give you some stock tips. Go make a lot of money and pay for this, you know.
Yeah, it could be because fish is stocks, and it's showing that the money is solid, it's stable, it's not going anywhere, and it just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And it could be money that's health related with tree right there. And it's something also that spreads and metastasizes. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it is COVID related. I don't know. There's a serious illness there. And then, but there's a woman here that was very persistent. Now, if I'm looking at the pips, I see one woman, two women, a younger person, and a man, a businessman. With fish. I don't know who these characters are. I don't know if one person could be Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. I don't know who these people are. There's one.
Well, businessman Jared making deals for COVID. I could see that since he was on the COVID task force.
But I don't see how this ties into January 6th. Do you see what I'm saying?
Insider trading tips.
Mm-hmm. And center to the reading is bear and storks. So finances goes up. It improves. And also bear.
Oh, and COVID relief stuff. Look at all the people Mnuchin gave money to, COVID relief, that shouldn't have gotten it.
But how would that tie into the January 6th committee?
Again, funding behind the scenes, like giving people money in a sneaky way to help fund it.
To help fund them for the insurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And then central to the reading is Bear and Storks. That's financial improvements, financial changes, but also changing power. Changing the power, because Bear is power and force and everything else. So there's I see one woman, two women, someone younger, that's a male, and a businessman. If I'm looking at the pips, who else? I don't know. Oh, and also another younger person, Jack of Hearts with the heart here. So two younger men, a woman, another woman, and then a businessman. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that I can see here. So I don't know if that's the immediate family. So Jared, Ivanka, Jr.,
Paste,
and the crackhead over there. What's her name?
The Kraken.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilful.
Yeah, the gargoyle. I don't know. So, but two of these appear to be paired. If I'm looking at the pips, because you got Jack of Hearts and Queen of Hearts, and then the other two are paired as well. Ace of Spades and Jack of Spades.
So like Junior and Gilful and Ivanka and Jared.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's the family, even though I don't have house here. I don't have house, but there's something here around illness, money, funds, growing it, changing power, improving your finances. And there's a woman here that was very persistent. And there's also another woman that's a very powerful celebrity that's good at raising money. So I don't know. Make of that what you will. I have no idea. Ain't got no clue. We'll see. We'll find out soon enough when they start releasing everything. Oh, where's my notes? Hold on. So Kevin, the biggest slime ball in the face of the planet, Alex Jones, has filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy for InfoWars to not pay the families of Sandy Hook, which has halted the hearings in Texas, did it not? I think so.
I think it did.
I think it halted the hearings in Texas. Let me start here. Will Alex Jones be investigated for filing fraudulent? Because anybody else would tell you that looks fraudulent as hell. Like all of a sudden you're claiming bankruptcy when you're about to have to pay people a bunch of money, so, and you can't, to my knowledge, you can't fraudulently file bankruptcy, correct? Like, right?
So from some very wealthy people that I knew back in the day who did this type of thing, they called it restructuring, to where you still have millions upon millions of dollars and you file for bankruptcy anyway.
But see,
and so what they would always say is the bankruptcy doesn't mean you're broke. It means you're restructuring.
But
and
there's
so
different types of bankruptcy.
yes, and so what he's doing is basically trying to get out of paying.
It cancels debt, a lot of debt when they do that, because I've worked with retailers that have...
he can also claim hardship if you just take the money and make it disappear.
Yep. I've worked for retailers that filed bankruptcy, restructured, but it canceled a lot of debt and stuff. So
now, did the judge approve his bankruptcy? Because to my knowledge, it halted his case in Texas.
I think he's just filed. I don't think it's...
I think it just filed because it halted the trial. He's on trial for Sandy Hook in Texas and another state as well, correct? There's like a couple of states that the parents are coming after him for Sandy Hook, correct? It's more than one state. Mm-hmm. His case in Texas got halted because of his bankruptcy that he just filed and I think the following state, I don't remember, is Connecticut, or I don't know where it is.
Sandy Hook's in Connecticut, but there's a couple of different court cases.
All over.
I think one is in Texas, and because that's where his company is based.
Well, that one got halted. So I don't even know, like, I mean, I guess I want to know, will he be investigated for fraudulently filing bankruptcy? Like,
Look at how many times Trump filed bankruptcy to get out of debt, to get out of paying debt that he owed. These guys are so conniving.
I don't get an answer. I pull King of Cups first card, then pull another and get the moon. So I don't get an answer.
I get a yes. Some form of investigation. It's almost like they've already been watching for him, like they were expecting this. Thank you, Cold Toes. Because this is what Trump does. It's like create chaos around this and see if he can get away with not paying it. The winning at all costs. That's the strategy. He wants to win, and his way to win is to shift money around and, oh, I'm broke, and then just lay low. And I get a yes.
That's another person that if he got tickets to the park tomorrow, I would be celebrating. Actually, I'd be pissed because I'm not in hell to torture his ass for all eternity. I would be celebrating. I get yes. There's an attack danger that was delivered here, and then it gets achieved. See what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So I have another Alex Jones question. I guess he's trying to get the January 6th committee to grant him immunity. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Jenn?
Well, he was also talking to DOJ, like trying to get some form of immunity. So I want to know, is he going to tell everything he knows, the truth?
I'm gonna go with will the January 6th committee, will DOJ grant him immunity?
Let's start there. Will DOJ grant him immunity? He knows his butt's going to be in a sling and end up in jail.
A human virus wants immunity. Ain't that special?
Take your vaccine, Alex. Right up the you know what.
No, I get investigations. So he's not in a position that he can bargain. He's in a position where he has to take type thing. As I said, the Six of Pentacles, everybody's not giving. Some people are submitting. So he's not in a position to bargain. The investigator is here. Yeah, no. I'd be surprised if they did, but I'm going with no.
I guess they already know he's in bed with Republicans. They already know this. They've already got illumination on that. This is gonna come up over and over for him. They know he was helping the White House and stuff. So does he get offer not accepted? I don't think he'll even get an offer for immunity.
Department of Justice. There's your change and your improvement. Denied. No.
Denied.
No.
Denied.
No, sir. No, sirree. Did he just go there to speak to the rally, or did he actually march with those people? Do you know?
He was in the hotel the night before. I don't know. I think he just helped organize it and blasted it all over his podcast and everything. I don't know that he was there on January 6th. I don't think, like, Roger Stone wasn't there January 6th.
So
they knew this was going to get bad.
So the January 6th committee has subpoenaed Alex Jones. Is that correct, or not yet?
I think they did.
Does the chat know? Was he subpoenaed? Because I wasn't sure if he was negotiating with them, to try to get immunity. If he's already been subpoenaed to go. I'm wondering if the chat knows.
You want immunity, which means you committed crimes.
Oh, hell yeah.
You just admitted I committed crimes. So, yeah, denied.
Yeah.
Come on, tell us about all the crimes you committed.
I want to know if he has already been subpoenaed, because I don't want to start off with the wrong question. But I'm in StreamYard, so I can't. The chat is just.
I think he was.
Karen Conroy is saying yes, he was subpoenaed.
I think he was.
Renee is saying Johnson is saying that he would get. He would tell him everything if he got immunity. Then Chris is saying yes, I believe he was subpoenaed.
He had previously declined to answer questions under oath before the committee, so he probably pled the fifth or whatever. But yeah, he's
been subpoenaed. Okay, so when he gets the denied, I mean, dumbass, he's in all sorts of legal issues. So when DOJ denies him, what is he going to tell the committee? Magic Marker is saying Jones said he paid $300,000 towards the insurrection. That's not something to be proud of. But, okay.
Him and his broadcast mate, they boasted about it on their little talk show.
Yeah, so let me boast about financing an insurrection. Oh, and by the way, can't pay the Sandy Hook families that I've been harassing for like the last 12 years because I'm bankrupt. Sorry.
He'll be defensive, so he'll probably plead the fifth. The Four of Wands is structured. The Seven of Wands would be his defense, or defending oneself and the ideals. Knight of Cups would be showmanship. The Emperor and the Eight of Cups. So he's trying to walk out with his power. So there is pleading the fifth against self-incrimination type of thing. Or I don't recall, or whatever the case may be. But he's going to stonewall.
I'm just going to be an ass. He's going to tell him he was stoned and high and didn't know what the hell he was doing.
I get when the
investigation poke out.
What's that, Johnny?
As the horns poke out right there.
I get he'll be manipulative in defending himself. He'll be very smug. So chippy, like who was it? Stephen Miller, that was all chippy, corrupt. I was working for America.
Working for America, huh?
Yeah, I was working for America. That's my truth. He thinks he stands on a moral high ground. So,
I have an idea. Let's go overthrow Biden and install, I don't know, Bernie Sanders indefinitely. Indefinitely. Because those ballots were fake. And the Jewish space lasers changed them. And China and the dead guy in Mexico from the cartel changed the votes. And it wasn't really Joe Biden, it was Bernie Sanders that was on the ballot. But all that stuff changed it. So let's go.
They must have been doing it while we were having all our sex orgy parties.
Bernie Sanders is in there. They changed faces, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Donald Trump changed faces with Biden, and then Bernie Sanders changed faces with both of them.
I forgot about that ridiculous conspiracy. I just can't.
Then they all ate dirt and drank pee.
And bleach.
Oh gosh. Throw a party, I'll bring the bleach. Who does that?
Oh God.
You got the Satan who turns around on Disney in 72 hours, and now that he's signed everything into law to wipe out their thing, he suddenly realized that that county's going to be $163 million in debt that they have to cover.
It's going to go to the tax. It's going to go to the taxpayers.
Yeah, Disney's out nothing. They will still pay their property tax as they've done, millions of dollars, but Disney,
all the people in that area, their property taxes are going to go through the roof.
Yeah, that's $163 million that Disney used to cover for you. That's now zero on their balance sheet, so to speak.
So how will Ron DeSantis' stunt against Disney will it impact him in the elections? Is that a good way to ask it?
Yeah.
Because
now all of a sudden everybody realizes their property taxes are going to go through the roof, and they've got to cover security and fire and paramedics and everything for Disney, and take care of the roads. And Mickey's laying back in a hammock right now going, yeah, go ahead, take Reedy Park or whatever they called it. Mickey's like, I'm over here on the water cruise, just lounging around. Y'all got to come up with $163 million a year.
And I just saw something on Twitter the other day where they were passing some sort of law in Florida, and he had 2 Occupy Democrat reporters arrested. They shut down their website. They shut down their internet in the official government building and passed the most gerrymandered racial voting districts ever. And I don't know if it's going to get, I'm assuming that one lawyer that's I forget his name, the one gentleman that's fighting all these redistricting gerrymandered racist things all over the US, I think he's going to file a lawsuit. But from what he was saying, from what that gentleman was saying, is like, this is the most racist gerrymandered map he has seen yet. The one he's seen yet.
Yeah, Disney, like, they had their own water plant and power plant and everything for Disney. I mean, everything that now falls all on you people in that county and the whole state. Like, they'll have to figure out that in the whole state, like,
kind of like Hot Wheels down there. Hey, here's a great idea. Not only did I freeze my people in the winter, let's starve them now.
Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt the Satan. You just screwed yourself. Everybody's going to turn their back on him.
You know who he reminds me of?
Yeah, done toast.
Ron DeSantis reminds me of, like, he could be the son of that one crazy preacher with the crazy eyeballs. What's his name?
Copeland.
Yep. He looks like he could be related to him. He really does.
I get 7 of Swords first card. Interesting, I'm using the Disney Villains deck. It's 7 of Swords, there's the scheme. And the 8 of Swords, the powerless and restricted. Interestingly enough, though, I guess deck chooses the reading because I didn't do this on purpose. Scar, the abuse of power, killed his brother to gain the kingdom, that type of thing, but went in the very wrong direction. Would move the pride on. They all were starving and that type of thing because he refused to leave. And so it's one of those things to where you want to be hard nosed on something, but it's everybody can see this is not the right thing to do except you. And then it all comes crumbling down. There are people though, because I was watching a video and I was reading the comments, which I do not recommend reading comments on Republican centered videos. They love it. Oh, he's doing the right thing, because nobody deserves tax breaks. Okay, great. Then take them from the church, take them from they got communities in Florida called the villages. They're very heavily Republican districts, that type of thing. They all get tax breaks in order to operate because it's tourism attractions. And so you go and they got the little cobble streets and, it's pretty. But they get tax breaks from the state of Florida, subsidized by the taxpayer. So take that too. If nobody gets it, nobody gets it. But some of them like it, but it's not enough for him to be secure. The Three of Wands and the Queen of Wands, this is going to go to court. And I eventually believe that this will be overturned or undone or whatever the case may be.
They could take the taxes up on their businesses in Florida, but that's the only way they can increase their taxes on Disney is to do it on everybody. They can't target one company, so they'd take it up on every industry, every company in Florida if they tried to increase the taxes on corporations.
And let me say this, as a person that was born and raised in Florida, there ain't shit in that state. And the beaches are shit. It's hotter than hell. There's bugs everywhere. There's all kinds of animals that'll eat you alive. Like Johnny likes to call the humidity the devil's breath. It's like that 365. You take a shower, you walk outside, you got swamp ass, and you got to go jump in the shower again because it's so humid. The only thing you got is Disney, dumbass, and Epcot. Because everything else there sucks. But I get, yes, it's going to hurt them. Here's the court, and then something that perhaps makes him small or naive. Also, a very important corporation for children. So there's your Disney. So, he's going to have very significant issues in court over this corporation. Well, so
it's interesting too, because I was reading on Twitter, one of the lawyers I follow said that when they have those kind of special agreements, that it shows that in order, what's the name of it? The name of the county or whatever, the area, Reedy Grove or something, whatever they call that thing, that it showed that they would also need approval from someone from that incorporated area of Reedy Grove, so someone from Disney to agree to it also in order to change it. So they didn't have that. So they've done this illegally, signing this into law, so they could end up with lawsuits just
going back to court.
Going back to court.
And I see everybody here talking about mosquitoes and gators. None of y'all said nothing about no palmetto bugs.
Reedy Creek, thank you.
Those big ass, ginormous cockroaches about that big that fly. They fly.
Palmetto bugs.
Flying goddamn cockroaches. You don't see that anywhere else but that shithole state.
No, you see them other places.
I know.
In Alabama and
Louisiana, Mississippi, but no.
They're worse in them type of places because of their surroundings. It's different when it's just humid. It's different when it's just hot. It's different when it's humid, hot, and bugs are flying everywhere. It's like you can't get comfort from nowhere.
I would bet 90% of the people that live around Reedy Creek work for Disney or their water system or their electric system or whatever. Probably 90% of those people, it's like you're the ones that are going to get taxed more. They aren't taking the tax hike over to Palm Beach County where Mar-a-Lago is. So get ready.
Nope. So can we end on a very petty question? Because my heart needs a laugh. Madison Cawthorn and his picture of him cross-dressing. Now, will this ruin his political career? No. Absolutely not. In my opinion, I'm just saying. I mean, shit, you have insurrectionists and Republicans are lining up to vote for him. So
yes, but he's not a man dressed as a woman. You know, the church folks don't like such things.
Johnny, there's a whole skit from SNL when Rudy Giuliani was dressed like a woman chasing Donald Trump around. To support that, you know? So I don't know. Let's get petty with that question. Like, how can we petty him?
I want to know what he was doing.
Why was he in a woman's dress? Or like,
he
what
claims he was on a cruise and partying, having fun, and doing something that he didn't think about that pictures would surface later. I'm curious, does he do this a lot? Was he invited to those sex orgies because he does like women's lingerie?
Because here's the thing. You can go to a party without dressing up in lingerie. So
and nothing wrong with cross-dressing or anything. My point is these guys act like they're on their little mighty Christian high horse. And he especially, like, I'm a good Christian boy. I was raised in the church. And I just want to know, does he do this a lot? You start getting all the women cards, Johnny, I'm going to crack up like you did with Jared Kushner.
Because this is a lesson for all the young people, the cheering and the baby cheering out there. All these pictures live forever. And I just Miss Joyce Tarot, she just tweeted out a thing or Instagrammed it or whatever. Everybody in your circle is not in your corner. So beware of the people around you. Like this, because it's probably, you know, being stupid and innocent, that type of thing. And oh, ha, ha, ha. But at the same time, somebody used it against you. So beware is all I'm saying. Because I get the 4 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords. So his in particular circle, those he holds close, somebody did betray him. This ain't the first time, though. I get the Emperor and the 7 of Swords. This is, okay. He may have some role-playing exercises and things like that. So there is so yeah, that's what I get.
I get this has been going on for a while. This is his legacy, you know, in women's attire. He's got all the tools to do this, so he's got quite the wardrobe of robes, and he gets away with it. I get there's more creative photos that will be coming out of him. He doesn't do it like steady. It's like a little bit erratic when he does it. But, you know, lady of the night kind of energy, he's got a fetish. He's got a big fetish, and he is nervous because he knows there's more stuff getting ready to come out that he's trying to block. But it's getting ready to come out. I get like he's had it kaput with the Republican Party.
Yeah, there's more pictures. There's something here he may have been doing perhaps at work, or because this is work as well as manipulation. So there may be something about a work function that there's pictures of him with some friends, but it's not just the dress, you guys. He's down for the lingerie, and I would not be surprised if he went and got a Brazilian wax. Okay. This is like trims and tassels and, you know, passionate and sax, and here's the cutting. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's what's underneath too.
Ripping the bristles.
Yeah, ripping the bristles off. You know,
and his passion, his desire, right in the middle there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, can I ask one more petty question before we go? Then,
yeah.
Since we're on that same vein, Tucker Carlson and his testicle tanning.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Is this gonna catch on?
I mean, want to fry your balls, by all means, please do. By all means, please do. And maybe
turn them orange.
No, and not just that. Maybe you'll just end up, sterilizing yourself.
Yes,
because it's supposed to be the opposite. Like if you want more testosterone, you're supposed to hold your testicles in front of this red light, and it's supposed to, I guess, invigorate your testosterone. And then, so many people are saying, well, this actually could have the opposite effect.
I wonder how many of these stupid motherfuckers are going to try to put their balls in the microwave, dude. Like,
they're going to end up with cancer. It's like self-tanning people, self-tanning.
So not is this going to catch on, but what would Spirit say about such a thing? Is this like something that please don't drink bleach, don't eat arsenic dirt, don't tan
drink your own urine.
don't put your balls in the microwave.
You gotta believe these quackadoners are gonna try to self-tan themselves.
Like I just stop.
I'm all here for it, man. Please, and
please
I hope it has the effect of sterilizing them.
That photo standing there, oh my god, it was like,
yeah,
I can't believe
we need no more Tucker Carlsons in the world. Tan away.
No, please, by all means, poison them, get them cancer in their balls. There's this one South Park episode where they were trying to get medicinal marijuana, and the only way to get it was if you had cancer. So the dad was microwaving his balls to get marijuana, and he's like, his balls got so big he was like bouncing on them like a bouncing. That's how you're gonna be able to tell people watch Fox News. They're gonna be bouncing on.
My cards are. I don't know. It's whatever you want to come up with. You go ahead.
Ball tanning.
I just asked what would Spirit say about this type of thing, and here's okay. It's literal. There's the family, 10 of cups. There's the lovers. There's the kids, 6 of cups. There's the 5 of wands, conflict. Then there's a woman, Queen of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles. Some woman is going to sue because her man is now sterile. Literally.
Please. Then we don't have to worry about abortion laws because these stupid sons of bitches sterilize themselves. There you go, problem solved.
I wonder if you can you, because mind you, since they don't like birth control nor abortions, can you then sue the man for killing all his sperm?
That is a genius question.
So I get this as a learning opportunity about healing because, the heat is strong and surprise, you're going to a hospital. So yeah, they're going to regret this. They're probably going to be a little lopsided in their, sex. I get the devil here and somebody may die from this. So
what are you in for? I baked my nads, so I'm kind of I don't know what to do. I baked them.
Use protection, people. Use protection. Sunscreen or whatever.
Best protection for Fox News viewers, change the channel.
I get whip, which is sex, and as a thing, this would be male sexual organs. Problems that become routine. Doing it over and over and over again.
Can I be gross and petty at the same time?
Yes, please, by all means.
There's 2 different kinds of whips. One of them is straight but doesn't bend, and that one cannot be straight because it always bends. So maybe they have erectile dysfunction as well.
Yeah, because this is not just whip, this is broom and whip. See, there's a whip here and then a broom. So it's broom and whip, card number 11. So erectile dysfunction, you broke your dick. Not only did you get COVID and break your dick, now you went and put on your balls.
You microwaved it.
And it's routine. Like by all means, please go ahead. Go
Like
ahead.
they needed help doing stupid things. Tucker just gave them everything.
He's QAnon now.
By all
Tucker
means.
Turn on.
He's just they're telling all his people to go tan their balls. I guarantee you he's not tanning his balls. That sounds like something Alex Jones would say when he's trying to sell you his snake oil
Very much so.
testosterone pills.
Or Trump. Yeah, drink bleach.
Oh my gosh, what if he got inspired by Trump? Because Trump uses all that fake tanning stuff, so they want their balls to look like Trump.
He's worried about men losing their masculinity, and then he's telling them how to go out and radiate themselves and do it.
By all means, please do. Because you know what? Fuck the patriarchy.
Yes.
Tucker Carlson. So
we don't need them multiplying out there.
Yep. Fuck the patriarchy.
Wait a minute. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Ain't he the heiress of the microwave dinner people? Does he have stock in microwaves? No.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's doing it, Johnny.
I wonder if he's already.
You can put anything in
ruined
those
himself.
If you wonder if anything, what, Jenny?
If he's already ruined himself microwaving dinners all the time.
Oh my
God.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am so here for it. That's all we got for this Sunday night, you guys. Thanks for coming.
That's all we need. What a week.
Yeah. What a week. So next week we shall be on Mr. Johnny's channel. And watch out for him during the week too, correct, Johnny?
So Friday we will do our non-political reads, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on my channel. Sunday at 6 o'clock on my channel Eastern, we will do our soul chat, and then we'll be live at 8 Eastern for our Sunday get together.
And for Miss Jenny, my auntie Jenny, if you need to get a reading from Jenny, which I strongly suggest, she reads for us all the time.
Do you know, I read for Linda G. I texted her today. I read for her May 15th, 2019 was the first time I read for her. And then we did a video together. And I was laughing because I stumbled across, because I write notes on everybody. I tune into them before I get into a reading. So I have notes I start with in readings. And I told Linda back in 2019 that she was going to be doing a retreat, a seminar in the Northeast, north of Philadelphia. Well, this September, we're doing one in the Catskills, which is north of Philly, in the New York mountains up above Pennsylvania there. I was like, wow, I told her that way back when? 3 years ago. I can't remember.
So
timing is hard to tell, but I did see it coming.
Yep. So that's all that we have this Sunday. And I hope to see you guys again soon.
Bye, everybody. Keep yourself safe. Don't be roasting.
Don't roast your balls in the microwave.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.